I'm going to jail. Not me. Nicholas Light, Dark TV is going to jail. Now, I feel like this is clickbait. Obviously, it's got to be clickbait. But judging by what I'm seeing on screen, what's bro doing, bro? Why is he on the Blue Archive channel right now? Is he becoming a sensei? Is Nicholas Light realizing that, like, hey, there's this gacha game where everyone is canonically a high school student? Actually, that might not be true. I think there are some of them that's like more than high school. I think some are actually 18 and above. But Blue Archive, this shit pretty sus, man.
Wait. I'm a little confused.
Why?
How old are they?
How old are they? They are literally all underage as far as my understanding goes.
Wait, I'm a little. In 1 minute they look like they're in their 20s, the next minute they look like they're in their single digits.
Yikes.
Dude, the music!
Yeah.
Forget about the titties. And the
Forget about the Diddy. That edit is crazy, bro. No, actually though, Blue Archive soundtrack goes unbelievably hype. Like, you know this song, right? Also, shout out to Persona, by the way. Blue Archive, like, who knows about this one? This is the legendary Clown Fiesta song, man. Everybody loves this one, right? Come on, play. Come on, YouTube. God, YouTube. Yeah. This shit. The Problem Solver, I think like 69 or some shit song, maybe. But like Blue Archive's the entire playlist. Like you can see that I have literally the entire like playlist on autoplay in my recommended feeds too. Look at this shit. Blue Archive, more Blue Archive. It's so good. I genuinely recommend go checking out Blue Archive songs. And the best part about Blue Archive soundtracks is the fact that it's video game music. Video game music meaning you don't get copyright claim for this. You don't get demonetized or blocked. Like anime soundtracks, movie soundtracks, they play a different role. But video games, due to the nature of content creators wanting to stream the video games and what doesn't make sense to copyright claim or strike them because they're playing the fucking video game, right? Video games, you know, are very like copyright friendly. That's why I love, you know, including Genshin Impact soundtrack, right? Any like mobile game, video game soundtrack, pretty much all fair game.
Yes!
Yeah. Chill.
Now, what child looks like this?
A well-developed... Let's not talk about it. What? Stop. Diddy. Listen. Obviously, age matters. But at the same time, age doesn't matter, and let me cook. So many people act so weird about this shit because sometimes you have full adult proportion girls that act mature, but sometimes they're like 17 or 16, and then people will use that and call them pedophiles. What I care about is not the age, but like their body proportions and their personality. Because you can have a lolly that's apparently 9,000 years old, but like, you clearly see how creepy that is, right? You got a lolly in a G-string walking around claiming she's like a demon lord. So it's suddenly fine because canonically she's 9,000 plus years old. See how disingenuous you can be with this shit? That's why like age doesn't matter in anime. What I care about is, again, the body proportions and the personality. Body proportion because there's a thing called lolly baba. Some people are just petite by nature. It's not their fault, you know, their hormones aren't as active and they're just flat and tiny and small. And there's that whole like Tatsumaki cosplay for One Punch Man that every year it always like resurfaces and people get really triggered saying, oh, you're pedo baiting, you know, you're trying to, you know, you're trying to look like a child while trying to like, you know, sexualize these different elements. And I definitely get what you're saying. And in that area, it gets a little bit like very nuanced, but in Blue Archive, they are all in high school, and it is so sus because some of them are just stacked. But again, they are immature high school students, so we kind of go away from that. I am good. I ain't going near that shit, bro. I am not a sensei that's gonna go to jail.
Come on, guys. Can we be honest? Those things are bigger than my head. Y'all correlate height with age, and it makes no sense. They have guns. What child has a gun?
True. Best one. Best soundtrack.
They are not children. I want to make this clear. Just
They are children, though. Listen, they literally exist in high schools. Yeah, they're stacked, but their personalities, you gotta be careful with this.
just because they say they are doesn't mean they are. I could say I'm a fucking antelope. Am I an antelope?
That analogy, let's take this for a second. Just because they say they are, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are. Because I can claim to be a helicopter. Does that mean I'm a helicopter? That logic doesn't really make sense though, right? Because at the end of the day, what really matters is, again, the body proportions and the personality to see if you're attracted to minors. If you are, listen, we can't be going there, right? You're actually gonna go to jail. There is fundamentally something wrong with you if you're getting off on the idea of, you know, diddling. But again, if these characters in Blue Archive say that they're 16, 17 years old, yet they clearly look like a grown-ass woman and behaves like a grown-ass woman, an argument can be made of, I am attracted to that character, but it's weird because you put this age on them and apparently they go to high school, and I know that that's bad. Ain't no way we're doing it. But that physical attraction is still there because you clearly try to make them look like a fucking adult. And that's why then the personality comes into play of what is their mental maturity. You know what I mean? That's why like this whole age number thing in anime, the fictional characters. Listen, we do not need to be doing analysis and debating, you know, at this level of, is it okay for me to jack off to fucking 2D JPEGs? What are we doing right now?
Fucking antelope. Am I an antelope? They're not children. Blue Archive girl.
Careful.
Age.
Careful.
In the game Blue Archive, the ages of the female characters, who are primarily students, range from 11 to 18.
Primarily students. Range from 11? 11? Oh, hell no.
All right, guys.
Yeah, you gotta get out of here, bro.
Silver Palace official reveal trailer.
I love Blue Archive. Blue Archive is honestly such an insane series as a mobile game and an anime because it's a very deep story, man. A little bit of spoilers, but like, do you think that this show was just fun fan service and cute girls doing cute things? No. It's cute girls living in an existential crisis, an apocalyptic setting, as they have to pay off this insurmountable debt that's been placed on them. It's horrible. It's terrible for them. But they try to do their best to move forward with a smile on their face, even though deep inside, they're truly just terrified and scared, man. The anime was honestly pretty good. I thoroughly did enjoy the anime. And in fact, if I do Kaka TV Blue Archive, what do we get? Blue Archive! The craziest shit about this playlist is that there is a video. Where's the EOD? Dude. Let's see if I can find it. Ain't no way Sensei licked EOD's feet. So basically, there's a scene where literally... Kai is... Where is it, bro? Can we find it? Basically, Sensei licks this like lolly's feet. But like, there's a good reason. It's like, at this point, we need help. And these choco lollies are being very like, you know, sus and teasing us, saying like, oh yeah, well, why don't you lick my feet if you want my help? And Sensei puts his pride aside and gobbles on the feet. Let's look at the comments here. This was 10 months ago, huh? Let's see. We didn't even get the feet gobbling part in the game. They didn't need to go beyond licking. That's crazy. The anime had a vision. They're like, nah, we're gonna go beyond the mobile game. Sensei did not just lick it, he ate it. Peak Gehenna Sensei app moment, absolute peak cinema, absolute cinema. Yeah, Blue Archive people love, you know, spamming this emoji too, huh? The crying emoji, and they go, whoa! Anyways, check out Blue Archive if you haven't. It's a fun anime. I don't know about the mobile game, and you know, this is a This is pretty sus. Please go check out Nicholas Light. Here is the link to his channel. This is his second channel. This is Nicholas Dark TV. Go check his content out. Give it a like if you did, and I'll see you next time.